Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you how to do a remote start install. And check it out, I just did it on my car.
Psych!
So as you can see, we got the manifold off, intake off, the whole motor's out. This kind of impulse last night, I was just like, hey, you want to pull my motor out? He's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. The reason why we're pulling out the motor is because we're putting in bigger head studs.
Yeah, we'll have any fun.
As you guys can see, this is the same motor that made 700 horsepower. I'm going with half-inch head studs on this one, or 14 mil. We're going to talk to my engine builder and see what he wants to do, but we're going to go with definitely bigger head studs. That way we can hold down the power. So just for clarification, the motor isn't blown at all. The only reason why we pulled it out is just to get the bigger head studs. And I also am going with a little bit bigger turbo. This is a 64, 66. And if you watch my other video, I'm going to go with a 68, 70. So it's going to be a slightly bigger turbo, and it should be making pretty close to 900 horsepower or so. So that's why I definitely need the bigger head studs. So the motor is perfectly healthy, and I'm more than happy. I've been more than happy the way the power comes on, but I just want more power. So, ta-da! So before we get started on any of that, I'm going to say goodbye for right now because I am super starving, and doing all that engine pulling and all that stuff really got me tired and hungry. So we're going to go grab a bite. So they got a little battle wound, as you can see.
Look at it, it's
oh,
the shape of an L.
Damn,
I took an L, literally. Damn.
What happened, Jose? You want to explain to him what happened?
I obviously wasn't looking for the correct socket that goes into the pitchfork. So I decided to use an Allen wrench, and the Allen wrench was right next to the tranny. So with enough force, I got a nice little L right there. Took an L.
Alright, so now we're pretty much done eating. I'm stuffed. What about you, Jose?
I'm stuffed as well. I'm like sleepy.
So yeah, we're all done now. Now we're gonna run over to AutoZone. It's right across the street. We're gonna go pick up some rags and some degreaser because we need to go clean up the garage because there's coolant, there's power steering, there's motor oil, and maybe some diff oil. I don't even know, but we need to go clean all that stuff out. So we're gonna go do that. Check it out, they even got the rear main seal. You don't need to replace it, just put some of that shit. Start smoking, put some of that shit. Alright, so now we got all the floors nice and clean. I went ahead and dropped the car off of the jack stands because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I get a little depressed just seeing the car on jack stands because I don't know, it just makes me sad. It's like, yeah, if you guys ever seen that meme, like 20% driveway, 80% jack stands, I don't want that 80% to be my car, so I try to keep it off jack stands. That way I'm not too sad about it. But now, if you guys want to check it out, here's the turbo. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on it a little bit. I'm gonna take off the turbo kit, take off the fuel system, all that stuff. Make sure whenever you're doing a teardown, you remember where every single bolt went. If you don't, then either package them up in a little Ziploc bag like this, and just label them or write whatever you want. That way you remember. Or if you've done this enough times, you know which bolt goes where, then have at it. But for me, I want, like, even though I've done this multiple times, I still want to be a little bit more clean, cautious. So, and you guys are curious, right there's the Dash 8 fuel lines. These are monsters. And they held up really nicely. This is the Amazon fuel lines, actually. So those Amazon fuel lines are putting in work. So hopefully, I just got off the phone with Out Front Motorsports. And actually the shop that always does all my head work, and they told me that pretty much as soon as they get that block, they'll have 1 day or a 2-day turnaround. So that's actually super exciting, because when I called IAG, they said they were like a 3 or 4 month wait out. So I was like, shit. So yeah, so I'm gonna get you guys on the tripod. I'm gonna start working on this, and let's get to it. Hey guys, so right now I got this side about to pop off, and I noticed, check it out. So I know I tightened these at 90 foot-pounds. I haven't touched any of them, but watch. Like, I'm pretty much just taking them off effortlessly. Effortlessly, whatever how you pronounce it. I can definitely tell that these studs are stretched, but they're not at 90 foot-pounds to what I left them at. So if I haven't done this upgrade, I feel like I would have definitely popped the head gasket. Alright, so as you can tell, it's a new day. I just showered and I'm getting ready to ship out the heads and the block. So the goal with the block is to get the bigger head studs on there, as well as to drill out the heads to accept the bigger head studs. I was talking to the shop that's going to do the stuff. They said that they were going to do the 1/2 inch head studs, because with the 14 mil.
My foot still fits under you. You're good.
Okay. It doesn't pass the shoe test, Cody.
You wouldn't last a day this low.
I probably wouldn't. No, not that much power.
You fucking bitch, why you bully me?
You always speak.
Alright, right here we
Dude,
got.
I got so
Cody.
stuck.
We got Cody with his BRZ. What's your offset?
Huh?
Your offset?
0. You guys want some breadsticks?
Yeah, pass them over.
Huh?
Pass them over.
Hell no.
Some.